Chickens are fun and practical animals to add to your rural farm or urban backyard. I've had chickens all my life and think they are great livestock animals and fabulous pets. And you will never, ever eat a gross store egg again after feasting on homegrown. This little lady is a 2-month old barred rock chick. I refer to this age as the velociraptor stage. Hi, my name is Amy, and welcome to my channel where we talk about organic gardening, wildlife conservation, and lots of other cool stuff. Are you thinking about or new to getting chickens? This video will answer your questions. There are many breeds of chickens to choose from. This one is a Cochin. My older son raised Cochins for 4 H, and they are a fabulous, friendly bird that lays brown eggs. I happen to be partial to Plymouth Barred Rocks because they were my father's favorites, and we had them on the Kentucky farm where I grew up. When I went on to raise them when I bought my own farm, here are some of mine doing garden cleanup duty. The first thing you need to consider is where you are going to keep your chickens and what kind of space you have. If you have a larger space, you may decide on a permanent building with an attached run. The advantage here is that it's secure and you can store feed inside the building and it's low maintenance. One disadvantage is that the outside run becomes bare from grass, although there is nothing that says you can't let them out to forage for a bit. If you are in a suburban area, you may need something a bit fancier that fits into your landscape. In addition, you will need to check your local ordinances for any chicken keeping rules. Common regulations are no roosters, less than 5 hens, and keeping the coop at least 6 feet from a neighbor, but that will vary with your city. Tractors are great if you have a small number of chickens. They can range from very simple to pretty complex. This is one I made out of scraps when I was building my cabin. On a side note, never use chicken wire on the sides. This was a lesson I learned the hard way. Use hardware cloth. With a chicken tractor, you are moving it every day so the birds have a clean area to peck and scratch. After all, they are chickens. If you have a larger chicken tractor, like mine here, you may want to put an electric fence around it and then rotate the run around the coop. Chickens do have predators, like this red tailed hawk. One way to protect your chickens is to put welded wire fencing on top of their run. Outdoor chickens need escape areas. This can be some bushes they can get under, or even some outdoor furniture. Once you get your housing situated, you are ready to get chicks. This can be done in a number of ways. One way is to buy fertilized eggs and incubate them. Keep in mind that the chicks will be a mix of males and females, or in chicken speak, straight run. You can purchase an inexpensive incubator. You don't want to wash the eggs before putting them inside. It's also helpful to mark one side with an X so you can make sure they are getting turned properly. A popular way is to purchase 1-day old chicks from a hatchery or a local feed store. The hatchery often has a minimum order. This is to keep chicks warm during shipping. Most hatcheries have a large selection of breeds unless they specialize in a certain one. The feed store typically won't have a minimum order, but will have less of a selection. When ordering chicks or buying them at the feed store, you can select the sex. So if you are in an urban area, you may want all females or hens. Young chicks have quite a few needs and spend the first few weeks in a brooder. That way, they can be kept warm and you can monitor them to make sure they are eating and drinking. The brooder is a box or enclosure that has a light over it. It doesn't need to be fancy, just draft free, clean, and safe for a light. A 250-watt bulb works well. In their first week of life, the brooder should be 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Lower the temp 5 degrees each week. You can manipulate the heat by moving the lamp farther from the chicks. When you get to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, they should be thermoregulating on their own. Start with the smaller chick feeders and work your way up. I think it is better if you can hang them or place them on a piece of wood. That way, there is less bedding being carried into the feeders. Chickens will climb all over the feeders and waters and poop in them. So do make sure you clean them out every day. If you have a broody hen, and broody just means that she wants to set eggs. So if you have a broody hen, you can let her set her eggs as long as she's been with a rooster. Also, sometimes you will get a broody hen who will want everyone's eggs. My son had a cochin who hatched out duck eggs, and then she had chicken hysterics when they wanted to play in the water. This is one of our milliflor hens. They are smaller sized chickens called bantams. However, they are excellent setting hens. As chicks get older, they should have some supervised time outside. It's especially nice if they have an older hen to model chicken behavior, but they will figure it out too. Hens start laying eggs between 18 and 22 weeks old. The first egg will be small, so don't be alarmed. Making an egg is a rather complicated business, and your hen's body just needs to adjust. Have a nest box, at least one for every 3 or 4 hens. You can purchase nest boxes at a farm store. This is a popular style. However, you don't need fancy or expensive. You can repurpose a crate, laundry basket, or 5-gallon bucket. Chickens don't sleep in their nest boxes, they roost. Just like this girl decided to take a little rest in a tree. Roosts can be made from branches or wooden poles. An old wooden ladder makes a great roost. Have enough space so each bird gets about 18 inches of roost. Roosters like to let everyone know when the sun comes up. However, your hens are also sensitive to daylight. On average, hens lay best when the daylight hours are between 14 and 16 hours long. In winter, hens will lay infrequently or not at all. Some people put a light in their chicken coop with a timer to come on and off. This causes the chickens to feel like the days are still long and keep laying. I never did this. 1, because I was off grid, and 2, because I just feel my hens deserve a break. I know this is just a drop in the bucket as far as questions a new chicken owner may have. Please leave questions in the comments. If there is an interest, I will be glad to make more chicken videos. And as a reminder, remember to teach younger family members to hold the chicks gently and never chase them. Please boop the like button and give this video a thumbs up if it has been helpful. Thank you so much for watching and have a fabulous day.